Good afternoon, race fans, and welcome here to race number 8 of the third season of the DRL Red Bull GT Series, coming to you live from the Lone Star State of Texas Motor Speedway, the home race of Jesse and Sean Art here in the Fort Worth area. Getting ready for 17 laps of racing here at the Texas Motor Speedway. On the pole position is Elena Aurora in the number 13 machine. She is 21st in the point standings. She's alongside of Samad Ozkin, who's 28th in the standings. J Ard in row number 2. She is 0 points leader coming into this race. And Bradley Reim in the 21 machine, who comes this race 20th in the points, with debutant Ricky Cervantes completing your top 5. As you look at the rest of the starting lineup, Luis Hernandez making his debut. He is replacing Prudence Martindale for the rest of the season. We mentioned Ricky Cervantes is replacing Hadley Martindale for the rest of the season due to personal reasons. And Jared Johnson is making his debut on the channel. We'll see how he does here today in the number 8, replacing David Heller. As the cars are rolling off behind the convertible pace car, let's tell you what the points look like going in this race. And we'll explain why we have those 3 drivers I just mentioned with the other 37 drivers. J Ard is the points leader by 15 points over T Mauser. Trinity Lee is the rookie points leader. She is 18 points back in third. David Heller, who is no longer in the series, was 4th in points coming in this race. Chaz Farmer round out your top 5, 22 points back. 24 back is Kyler Anderson in 6th. Tatiana Noguera is 7th, 25 points back. Blake Wagner, 2nd in the Rookie of the Year standings, is 8th in the standings. Will Parrish, who jumped up 12 spots to 9th in the standings after his win at Twin Ring Motegi, and Skylar Taylor completes your top 10, 30 points out of the points lead. Prudence Martindale was 13th in the standings. She's no longer in the series, and Hadley Martindale, who's had a struggle of a season, no longer the driver of the 04. Now it's Ricky Cervantes' ride for the rest of the year. Pace car is off, getting ready for 17 laps of racing from Texas Motor Speedway, and we are green from the Lone Star State. So we'll see how those 3 drivers that I mentioned, Johnson, Cervantes, and Hernandez will do. But you got to think about the other 37 drivers who are still fighting for this championship. And the reason those 3 drivers are in those rides was because there was an incident that happened in between the race at Japan, which was supposed to be at Bristol Motor Speedway, but we had to change locations at the last second and also this race. And I'm not going to give you guys the details what happened. If you want to know what happened, you probably might want to private message me on Discord, and I will explain what happened. Caution is out. Kasumi Takashi and Josh Harmon are involved. That did not take long for the first yellow of the race. Let's see if these drivers are going to slow down and not cause any incidents. And I was trying to check back here. This is the part I'm getting a little concerned, right? Okay, there we go. Come on, guys. Let's just get in line. Please and thank you would be nice. So looks like a 2-car incident, Takashi and Harmon, but everybody else got through that. So caution's out for the first time today. Let's jump back, look at a replay to see what happened in the early stages here at Texas. Looks like Josh Harmon ran wide up through turn number 2, got up in the marbles. It was like he's the one that's going to get in the wall, and then he's going to come down. Tell you what, Logan Williams did a good job not getting collected. Same with Andrew. Addison Peterson nearly got collected. Same with Jared Johnson. It's amazing. No wonder why it was only a 2-car incident, and good wreck avoidance for the defending series champion of this series. Josh Harmon get his car rolling in the right direction. So did Takashi. Harmon came as race 25th in the points. Takashi 27th in the points. So the caution's out for the first time today. Let's jump back to the restart here at Texas. Green flag going to come back out on lap number 7 of 17. Should give us a total of 11 laps of racing to go. Lane Aurora is the leader. J Ard, the points leader, in second. Ricky Cervantes is third. Brooke Packett in fourth. T Noguera fifth. J Underhill sixth. Bradley Reim seventh. K Langeland eighth. Ninth is Anthony Finelli, and Sebastian Palmer will complete your top 10. Nobody is out of the race, so 40 drivers that took the green flag will take our first restart of the day. The person who brought this to the DRL officials' attention and my attention was J Underhill. Is the reason why we have Cervantes, Hernandez, and Jared Johnson in those rides. So, yeah, so that is why David Heller and the Martindale sisters are no longer going to be in those rides. And of course, the Martindale sisters has been given a 1-year suspension for 2025's Triple P. That will be going on Spotify next year. So as we're going to get ready to come back to green on lap number 7 of 17, we're back to green here at Texas. With all the driver changes and those that were running well in points before they got tossed from their rides, this is going to be a point shakeup somewhat heading into next week at Talladega. Comes J Ard. Talked about J Ard. This is her home race, driving the 7. Of course, her brother Sean in this race. And there goes Ricky Cervantes, battling with fellow veteran driver Tatiana Noguera. Tatiana Noguera, part of Captain Frank's team. Ricky Cervantes, a former Coca-Cola Truck Series champion from 2015. Cervantes drove the number 58 en route to the championship as the caution is out for the second time today. In the test race, we had 3 cautions. I think Trinity Lee is the reason for this caution. Possibly Emma Kaiser, because those two are back here at the rear of the field. And looks like Cervantes got passed. I think they're going to have to. I think Brooke Packett's going to have to let Cervantes go. Or Cervantes is going to have to do something to get by. There we go. Let's get sorted out here. Thank you. Caution's out for the second time today as we're past the halfway point of today's race. Let's jump back and look at a replay to find out what happened for our second yellow here at Texas. Turn 2 claimed its next victim. This time it was Trinity Lee. Carried way too much speed, gets into the wall, and is going to bounce off. Looks like it was Blake Wagner, or Blake, as we like to say. So Blake was also involved in this, and also collected Emma Kaiser. And who is that just nearly got involved? That might have been Annie Crenshaw in the 33 who nearly got clobbered. Yes, it was Annie Crenshaw. And just like our first caution, we got away with only a 2-car incident. So both of them continued on. Kaiser came into this race 34th in the points. Good thing she's kept her nose clean. Unfortunately, Trinity Lee came this race as the rookie points lead. And we'll have to see where the guy that's trying to run her down for the rookie points lead. Oh, actually, the guy that was trying to run her down for the rookie points lead was collecting Blake Wagner. So let's see what happens as we head to the restart here at Fort Worth. Green flag will come back in the air on lap number 13 of 17. That will be 5 to go when we cross the line. Cervantes is the leader. Noguera second. Brooke Packett third. J Ard fourth. J Underhill fifth. Lane Aurora, Bradley Reim, K Langeland, Sebastian Palmer, and Anthony Finelli will complete your top 10. Still with all 40 drivers in the race and on the lead lap. Next caution that will come out will end this race under the yellow flag. I bet you Ricky Cervantes was a nervous wreck on this restart. Of course, remember, we know him winning a championship in the Coca-Cola Truck Series, driving the Nissan Titan in 2015 en route to the championship. So let's see if he can prove himself by possibly getting his first career win in his debut race. The 04 came in this race 38th in the points, not the run that team is hoping for. So they're hoping for better results now with the new driver of Cervantes. And the sucky part for Prudence and Hadley Martindale, this was going to be their home race besides Jesse and Sean Ars. We're back to green, and T Noguera timed that restart and blows by the 04. Jessie Art would love to get a win in front of her home fans and her family. Of course, her stepmom is recovering from surgery after a fall at work. The good news is she is okay. They had to do nose surgery, had to fix her nose and all that. So, praying for Jesse's stepmom and Sean's stepmom as well. Lena Aurora, currently the race leader, as she takes the race lead. Lena Aurora has run these GT cars before in the GTS array that's owned by Cody Smart. Now she's running in GT cars here in the Red Bull GT Series. Coming to 2 laps of racing to go. As I said, next caution that comes out will end this race under the yellow flag. And the caution is out. That's going to end the race. And Block A is involved. That's second of the Rookie of the Year standings. Dylan Van Dyke, Annie Crenshaw, Kasumi Takashi, Kyler Anderson, who the 3-car went to Victory Lane Season 1. Josh Harmon, Zachary Fitzwater, Cody Smart. We've had a big wreck. And Logan Williams is, by the way, the defending winner of this race, I should mention. Cautions out for the third and final time. We tie our cautions for the deals. We're going to come to the white flag. We're not going to get back to green. So let's see let's try that again on the wording. Let's jump back and see what caused this third and final yellow of the day as we're going to take the white flag. All right, looks like this was a big wreck here. Looks like Kyler Anderson got into there's 2 separate wrecks. There's where the 3 gets involved. Henrietta Fitzwater. That was Kyler Anderson. Those 2 nearly made contact there. Andrew Williams and Will Parrish bouncing off each other, and Zachary Fitzwater just had nowhere to go. That was Crenshaw who nailed the 3. Cody Smart's going to nail Dylan Van Dyke. Carlos Rodriguez gets a piece. Jared Johnson did a good job missing this. Kaiser, Courtney Lynn, Addie Peterson. Not sure if she got any damage or not. There's Takashi involved. And Blake Wagner got a piece of it. Remember, Blake was trying to run down Trinity Lee for the rookie points lead. And the 9 just tipped the 38 over. That was kind of a weird flip. Almost landed on Dylan Van Dyke's car, and there's a lot of drivers involved in this incident, and looks like Addie did get a piece of it, so that's a tough break for her. And a lot of drivers involved, so the caution's out for the third and final time today. We're not going to get away with all these drivers finishing the race under the yellow. Let's get back to Elena Aurora taking her first career win in the Red Bull GT Series. White flag was already displayed to Elena Aurora. Well, we were jumping back looking at a replay to find out what caused the third and final yellow. She is going to win this race, pending any issues. Bradley Ream second. Anthony Finelli will get third. Skylar Taylor, T Mauser second in points, gets a top 5. Then there was Ricky Cervantes, great run in his debut. Kyle Langeland, Tatiana Noguera, Sebastian Palmer, and Senor Sean will complete the top 10. J Ard was inside the top 10. And real quickly, the drivers out of the race from this incident. Annie Crenshaw, Josh Harmon, Kyler Anderson, Dylan Van Dyke, Blake Wagner and the 11 of Cody Smart out of the race, as E Aurora is going to win here at Texas Motor Speedway. And I believe the standings are going to be official. Notice some skid marks in turn number 1. Not sure who those belong to. We've already given you the top 10, and looks like J Ard came home in 16th. And T Mauser was gained 11 points on J Ard. Jesse had a 15-point lead, so it looks like T Mauser is going to take the points lead heading into next week at Talladega. You already saw the finishing results here. Trinity Lee, 28th, was your rookie points leader. Blake Wagner, who finished last, came as race second in the Rookie of the Year standings, so he will take a hit in the standings. And a lot of other drivers who came in running well in points are really going to take a hit. So Texas Motor Speedway played its part in a point shaker, and we're going to have a point shaker upper heading into next week at Talladega Super Speedway. But thank you all for joining me for today's race at Texas. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the PCS Race crew today. We share your full finish results. Your point standings and rookie points are down in the description heading into next week at Talladega Super Speedway. Until then, I be DeVol signing up. Goodbye from the Lone Star State. You've been watching yet another broadcast of the DRL Red Bull GT Series on the PCS Race Sports and Gaming channel, celebrating 14 years as the best center racing around the world since 2017. Goodbye from Fort Worth.